Welcome to Talk to WCTV. It is Wednesday night at 6 p.m. and tonight is a live show, but it's not going to be call-in tonight because we don't have adequate staff for call-in. But we are live on Talk to WCTV, and this is going to be re-shown on Thursday at 1 o'clock. I don't have a guest tonight, but we do have some special surprises. And one idea came from Basic Access class graduate Linda Corbett, who may or may not be watching tonight. Linda directed last week, and she came up with an idea for when I don't have a guest. So we pursued that, and we have that to show for you tonight. Tonight's director is Andrea Fotopoulos, and this camera operator here is Terry Oliveira, and to my right is Marcia Romanowski, who, incidentally, both of them just finished editing their Basic Access project. So they're both new editors, and I'm sure they'll become prolific editors in the future. Many of you have told me that you do watch Talk to WCTV and that you wish I had some other guests on. Well, we do concentrate solely on access cable television, and WCTV is open for you to have your own talk show. If you want to have a talk show highlighting the students in town, then go right ahead. In fact, we're looking to start up an older WCTV show, Wildcat Tales, with Bob Dicey of the high school. Bob Dicey is very involved with the high school and high school sports. So we're going to renew an old show that he started about a year ago, and we're going to have him on a future Talk to WCTV show. But again, if you have an idea for a talk show, I really would appreciate it if you would call me during the week at 657-4066, and we can talk about the show that you'd like to do, the type of talk show you'd like to do. Talk to WCTV is for me to talk to board members and to talk to access producers. That's the reason behind Talk to WCTV, so that you, the viewer, can learn a little bit more about WCTV and what happens here. Also in the future, we will be having about 5 guests from, are you kidding me, Andrea? We're going to be having 5 guests from the Woburn Street School. The Woburn Street School grade 3, Mrs. Proia, I'm sorry, I'm murdering your name. Her class produced some programs about health issues, and I have invited to have 5 of her students on the show so that she can learn and the kids can learn a little bit more about health issues. And that will be on a future show in April. If you have a question or a comment about WCTV, please call me during the week at 657-4066. I'd like to go over a little bit of our programming schedule for this week and for the future weeks. Tonight, directly following Talk to WCTV, is the candidate's profile. Many of you have told me that you are interested in learning a little bit more about the candidates in town. So we produced a program where each of the candidates from all the races, contested or not, all of the candidates came in and spoke directly to the camera for no more than 5 minutes about their position and their platform. We feel it's a very informative show, and we've heard excellent feedback from the candidates, and I hope to hear excellent feedback from you, the viewers. Again, the name of that show is Candidate's Profile, and you can learn about their platform and positions on issues. Candidate's Profile can be seen directly following Talk to WCTV tonight, March 20th, at 6:30 p.m. Candidate's Profile will be shown various times up until the election, so that I hope that we educate you as much as we possibly can about their positions and on the issues. The candidate's profile will also be seen Thursday the March 21st, directly following the repeat of Talk to WCTV, and that will be at 1:30 in the afternoon. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to reach a variety of audiences. We're trying to reach the afternoon audience as well as the evening audience, because I know some of you work second shift, first shift, and third shift. So we're trying to reach as many different audiences as we possibly can. Video Review is a new show that Arthur Brault is producing with his wife Sharon and two daughters, Samantha and Jacqueline Brault. Also, Jean Carboni is also involved with Video Review. Video Review can be seen on Thursdays at 7:30 here on Channel 30. And it's a wonderful show. It's fun, it's informative, and it's very timely too, which I guess is the most important. Video Review is produced by Arthur Brault, who was my guest last week, and he highlights some of the latest rentals that you can rent, the movies. And we put it on Thursdays at 7:30 so that you can learn what you want to rent for Friday and Saturday. So it gives you very timely movie information on what you can rent for Friday and Saturday, which usually are the heaviest rentals. That's when I rent my movies, so I figured a lot of the people out there rent their movies on the same night. So we have Video Review on Thursdays at 7:30, and I really encourage all of you to watch it. I was joking with Arthur that he's going to be the type of producer who will make every next show better than the first. So the first show was great. The second show has a few more features that will be excellent, and I'm sure that the third show will be just as good, but better, if I know Arthur. So he's going to be one of those producers that tries to make each show that much better than the one before it. So I really encourage all of you to watch Video Review. There are a few new shows that you may have seen on our community bulletin board. The Polymnia Choral Society Spring Concert can be seen starting Sunday, March 24th. For those of you who tuned into the Messiah concert during Christmas time, the Polymnia Choral Society is a wonderful society who sings beautifully, and I encourage you to watch Mass by Beethoven, and that was produced by Jim Narduzzo of WCTV. Another program that you will be seeing in our lineup is Visiting Wolf Hollow. Visiting Wolf Hollow was produced by Keith Marshall, who is a firefighter in Wilmington, and he stopped by a place in Ipswich, if I'm not mistaken, called Wolf Hollow, and they raise wolves and give tours around the facility where they teach people of all ages about wolves. And it's a very exciting show. Wolves have a reputation of being very ferocious, but if you watch Visiting Wolf Hollow, you'll realize that they are very lovable creatures, and they should be taken care of. Visiting Wolf Hollow can be seen on Monday, March 25th at 4:30. So we figure we'll try to get the after-school audience because it is a very educational program. And the Shawsheen School kindergarten class, I'd like to say hello to all of them. They came by on Friday morning and they took a tour of WCTV, and they also learned how the cameras operate, and they sang a couple of songs for the television cameras. So we will be able to see them on Monday, March 25th, and they can be seen at 5:25. They can also be seen on March 26th at 6:50. And it's a very short program, but I think you'll smile when you hear them. They're a wonderful group of children, and I would like to take this opportunity to tell the teachers in town that we do give tours of WCTV free of charge, And the older children can use the cameras and operate the chroma key and use the directing facility. And the younger children perhaps can speak in front of the cameras or sing a few songs or play an instrument. So we do give tours, but please call at least 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time, 657-4066. At this moment, I'd like to introduce something I worked on this afternoon, and as I prefaced, Linda Corbett of my Basic Access class gave me the idea because she thought it was an excellent idea, and I thought it was an excellent idea as well. She felt that it would be a lot of fun to give the viewers at home a tour of WCTV right here. So what I'd like to do is show you what WCTV looks like, but keep in mind it was in the afternoon. It was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's very, very quiet here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Here in the evening, that's when all the stars come out. That's when all the people come out after work and run programming, run the cameras, and direct, just like Andrea Fotopoulos is tonight. So keep in mind that the place does look empty, but it was in the afternoon. So I'd like to roll that tape and enjoy it, and we'll be right back. Talk to WCTV has been in existence since the fall of 1990. Talk to WCTV utilizes this camera and its twin. These are studio cameras with headsets and tripods with wheels. And the wheels are very quiet, so you can move around the studio very quietly. At another angle, you can see the twin of that studio camera. So we have 2 cameras for in-studio shoots. It does have a viewfinder at the top. And as we move into the control room, you can see we have a very professional layout for control room. And you can see how we are in conjunction with the studio by looking at the studio through a window. The director sits right here and controls which shots should go on the air at what time. These are our 2 decks. The top deck is to roll in tapes, and the bottom deck is to put your blank tape into. We have a monitor, we have a special effects generator, and by moving the fader bar between buses, you can see that the picture dissolves from one camera to the other, from one angle into the other angle. We can use special effect wipes as well. We have an audio board and a character generator just as nice as the professionals. And the director is in constant vision with what's going on in the studio. The producer's bulletin board is in the control room as well, and that is where we post some of our upcoming shoots and where other members can post shoots that they need crew for. For example, the Chamber of Commerce annual meeting breakfast, we're looking for 1 camcorder operator. We're trying to start up Bob Dicey's Wildcat Tales again, and we're looking for a producer and a director of that show. And we're always looking for crew for the school committee meetings, Talk to WCTV, and the selectmen meetings. As we move into our equipment room, you can see that it's a little messy, but this is where we store a lot of our equipment. We have a very complete cable rack, neatly cabled, some tripods some audio mixers, mic stands, microphones, and camcorders and tapes, so when we go out on shoots. Walking back through the control room, we come to the automatic playback system, which is every program manager's dream. With the automatic playback system, we have 3 Super VHS play decks, a character generator for the community bulletin board, and at the very top of your screen there's a gray and black automatic playback system. Walking down the hall from there, at the end of the hall we have a green room where guests wait for shows to be the guests on shows. Adjacent to the green room we have the editing suite. The editing suite has the editing controller, which is directly in front of you. The editing controller allows the editor to make edits, and with the monitors the editor can see what he or she is editing. We have a complete audio outfit with a phonograph and cassette player and audio mixer. The beige machine is the character generator, and below that is our player deck and our record deck. And this is all in VHS format in the editing suite. WCTV is dedicated to Edward H. Rideout Jr., who started WCTV and saw it as a vision to educate people. For example, in our classroom here, where we do hold sessions on how to use video production equipment. Going up the stairs from the classroom, we come to the hallway, which does look directly into our conference room and administrative offices. The conference room is open to the public, and this is where we do hold our board of directors meetings. My office, as always, is a mess, and this is where I start thinking of some of the programs that we produce at WCTV. Exiting the conference room, we end up walking out the door, and this is what you will see as you drive by the Swain School in the back. WCTV, P.O. Box 35, Wilmington, Mass. 01887. Please come by. I hope you enjoyed today's tour. If you or someone you know would like a tour, please call us at 657-4066 to arrange a tour. Wasn't that excellent? I really hope that you enjoyed it at home, especially Ron. We all say hello to Ron, who's watching at home. Ron, of course, is Terry's husband, who's running camera tonight. Not Terry's husband's running camera, Terry's running camera. But, you know, Ron, if you think that this equipment looks interesting to you, please, you know, come down and work with the equipment hands-on. Terry says that, you know, you're very good with your hands. I don't know what that means. But if you'd like to learn how to use the equipment, come down for a tour. That was just, of course, just a visual TV tour. But I encourage not only Ron, but everyone to come down and look at the equipment firsthand. So you may know somebody, like Ron knows Terry, and Terry may have been giving Ron some information that this is the cameras, and these are the these are the controls. And it's hard for someone who hasn't seen the equipment to understand it fully. So now that you've seen a little bit about it, Ron, come down and take a tour, use the facilities, and if you'd like to become a member, I really encourage you to come down. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. It's a very short tour, but we're very proud of our facilities. We recently had an Access Managers Open House where managers from other Access cable studios came down and toured our facilities, and we had some dinner, and it was very nice evening. And most of those access managers were very impressed by our facilities, as I am. We have a lovely studio, fantastic cameras, a very workable control room. You saw that, that everything was small. It didn't look like the equipment went on forever. So it was real workable, and I think that that makes the education part of video very easy. People aren't so intimidated by the equipment when it looks easy to operate. So we're very proud of our facilities, and the other access managers were a little jealous of what we have. And so I'm looking to you Wilmington viewers to use your facility. Come down, use the equipment, and produce a program for WCTV. It's your studio, and you can become a member. A good way to become a member, the very first step, is to come to one of our meetings. And tonight, March 20th at 7 p.m., we will be having our annual WCTV meeting. At the WCTV meeting, we will be electing new board members, and we will be going over the annual report. So if you'd like to come down, this would be your perfect opportunity to meet the president and learn a little bit about WCTV, meet some more of the board members, and meet regular members of WCTV and ask them, hey, why are you a member? What's important to you? How did you get involved? What do you like to do? Do you like to be behind the camera like Marcia? Or do you like to be in front of the camera like Willa Brigham? So, you know, we have two opportunities. We have the opportunity for someone to do the hands-on, and we have someone who likes to talk in front of the camera, like me or like Willa Brigham, who has been producing shows constantly, and she's a wonderful, wonderful WCTV member. So come down tonight especially. That's March 20th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. For some of you who don't know where WCTV is located, we are located at the basement of the Swain School. We're at the corner of Middlesex Ave and School Street. So please come down. We have a large parking lot, so bring your friends and learn about WCTV. And once you talk to members, and they're a wonderful group of people, once you talk to them, you'll realize that you too will want to become a member. So many people tell me that they want to see a show about XYZ, about knitting, about sports, about politics. I can't do those shows, and Marcia has other things to do, and Terry is doing other programs, and Andrea has just finished up an epic about her Siamese cat. So we are very busy with our own projects, so I look to you to learn how to use the equipment and come down and use the equipment to produce that program about sports, about politics, about education. Because we're all doing our own projects, so I look to you to start one of your own projects. Now, if you feel that you're real good with hands-on, but you're not quite sure about what you want to do, we do have a producer's bulletin board that you did see in the video, and that's where we post upcoming shoots that we need crew for. I'm going to take a short break. We're going to go to a public service announcement highlighting education and the need for it. So we can go to that videotape soon.
Whoever thought this would happen? Whoever thought a teacher from West Virginia would be teaching a class in Budapest? Good morning. But here I am, part of the first Peace Corps team in Eastern Europe. We're here to help Hungarian teachers learn how to teach English. It's an amazing time to be here. For these people, English is the language of opportunity, and they can't get enough of it.
How are you doing today?
Great. But language isn't the only thing we share. I'm learning Hungarians are a lot like we are. They love their freedom, and they're open to new ideas.
Two words of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
We all have a lot of work ahead of us, but I can't think of any job I'd rather have.
Be part of the future with the Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
Thank you for staying with us. As always, Talk to WCTV is sponsored in part by a grant by AAA Cartel Cleaning Company. I'd like to thank my camera operator, where's she going on me, Terry Oliveira, and her husband Ron for tuning in tonight. And I'd also like to thank Marsha Romanowski and her husband Henry, who may be watching tonight and may watch on Thursday at 1 o'clock when Talk to WCTV is repeated. I'd also like to thank Andrea Fotopoulos for doing an excellent job running the videotapes and directing tonight, especially working the audio. So she was a busy woman back there. Andrea Fotopoulos' program, The Making of a Star, starring her cat Felicia, will be seen on a premiere on WCTV very soon, so watch your community bulletin board. Some of you also have noticed that our community bulletin board has changed formats. If you have an announcement for the WCTV community bulletin board, please stop by. We do have forms available that you can photocopy and drop by for free anytime that you want, anytime that you have a non-commercial, non-profit, non-political announcement that you'd like the rest of Wilmington to know about. So we do have those forms available. And again, tonight, directly following tonight's Talk to WCTV is the Candidates Forum. And also at 7 p.m. we have the annual WCTV meeting. So please come down. We're located at the basement of the Swain School. For all my crew and for WCTV, I'd like to thank you for watching. Give me a call during the week at 657-4066 if you have any questions, comments, praising. We always like the praising. Any questions about access cable television, I'd be glad to help you with those questions. So thank you very much for watching, and good night.